Hey guys, welcome back. Artisan here, and in today's video we're going to be focusing on the lethal protector himself, Venom. Now, Venom's a huge deal to a lot of people. I mean, he's like Spider-Man's most famous nemesis besides the Green Goblin and other foes. Now, this particular figure is a Titan hero figure. It's really more so a kid's toy, more than an actual like articulated art piece. But I felt like the sculpt on him was really good, and I decided to give it a chance, give it a shot, because I knew what I was going to do with it when I got it. Now, the original head that it came with was more like a children's toy, a little plasticky, silly tongue, green slime. It wasn't really something that I was going to really keep. However, in most of my previous videos, you've seen him displayed up there, and that's because I just didn't get to him yet. But this marks the first of a Spider-Man themed series that we'll be doing. Maybe just a couple videos, a couple figures that I gotta knock out, get out of the way as far as customizing them. But on him, what we ended up doing was bringing him a little bit closer to the 90s animated series Venom. Now, I was born in 93, so Spider-Man the animated series was like one of the first iterations of Spider-Man that I got introduced to. Besides Tobey's Spider-Man, which is a classic, by the way, obviously. But in the animated series, we see Venom with the big spider on his chest, on his back. He's got that red and blue sort of like duality thing going on, which is really crazy because here in the studio, he's got the same thing going on. So I thought that was pretty dope to note and point out. But you know, he's got this look, he's got the tongue, the teeth, and he was sort of silly, but Eddie Brock still had real things that he was dealing with. I mean, he got evicted and he got just humiliated and ridiculed, and he just let Venom take over, and he really found his partner, like his life partner match with the symbiote. And it was cool to see that, and it was easy to see how he's seen life like he could not do without the symbiote. So very relatable character, and very well written as well. So I decided to get the take on the 90s Venom because that's the Venom I grew up with. The Titan hero, when he came, of course, it comes with this super trash spider logo on the front, no spider logo on the back, the crazy head sculpt. However, the hands were good. Another thing that I did not like about this Venom was that he had like claw toes. Like, I don't know what that was about. He never had that. I don't know what the hell is going on with them. The problem with this is that the character gets reiterated over time by different artists. So different artists can draw the character differently. You know, the way Steve Ditko might have drawn Venom isn't necessarily the way that someone else might draw Venom. So I understand that, but I just didn't like the claw toes. And I could have gave him the more closed toe look with some Sculpey clay, but I just didn't feel like it. I felt like it probably would affect how he stands and how I have him up there with Doc Ock and get the Green Goblin, as I intend to expand my Spider-Man display with the Sinister Six later on. But without further ado, without any more chatter, we're going to get into this figure and how I made him look and go from this to this. So let's get started. Now with our materials, guys, simple. We have our paints, we have our heat gun, we have our water supply, of course, our angled brush, and we're going to use that to get that spider design nice and right. Now with the logo, I do have a lot of source material that I pulled from, some photos that I found that were just right for the logo. The white that we mentioned earlier, we're just going to use that. It's a satin white, and we're going to bring that logo a little higher up on his chest, like it is in the photos. And voila, we've done it. First layer. First layer looks good. Moving on to painting the head sculpt. So same thing with that satin white. We're just going to go ahead and take a dab. Lay down our first layer, nothing too crazy. We just want it on there so it can dry and we can move on. And off camera, I did a little line work. And I also off camera put down a couple layers of black just so we can see how it all ties together. And it does look pretty good. These are the colors from my palette for the inner mouth and yellowing of the teeth. Once again, off camera, we did do some line work, but the simple tip of that Sharpie is what you're going to use to perfect the line work. Finishing touches, we're just going to put some of our putty in the head sculpt itself so that when we plop it down onto the neck ball, we have a tight fitment like so. Yeah, looks pretty good. And looking at the final result, guys, he's looking really menacing, really good. I love the flare on the spider. I love the legs. I love the white on the knuckles and the hands. Oh, and the back spider too, one of my favorite parts that we added. Red and the blue for that duality. It just comes natural here in the studio, and it really adds as a nice touch. For a second there, it kind of makes you think he's going to use one of his lines from the video game.
Lay him down on the job, Parker. Come in.
Oh, toe, ow.
Come on, Parker.
Yuck!
Hurry up, Parker.
Where are you?
Now you see me, now you don't.
Well, that's the end of the video, guys. I hope you guys had fun and enjoyed yourselves. If you liked the video, go ahead and leave a like. Also consider subscribing and hitting that notification bell so you can see next time we drop. But until next time.